What is up, guys? Eric here from Real Film Reviews, bringing you another movie review, this time through Ryan Reynolds' film Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu is directed by Rob Letterman, stars Ryan Reynolds, Justice Smith, and Katherine Newton. It tells the story of the son of a detective who is assumed dead, but when the boy goes to the city where his father lives to basically collect all of his dad's belongings, he finds a little Pikachu in a detective hat who tells him that his dad isn't dead and that they have to find him. So they begin to work together to solve all these clues to eventually attempt to find his dad. This probably goes without saying based on what we've seen in trailers and promos and things, but Ryan Reynolds is absolutely fantastic in this film. When he was initially cast, I thought it was kind of an odd choice. You know, he's Deadpool. Recently in his career, he's mostly starred in rated R films, so I thought it was a little strange for him to play this little cute and cuddly detective Pikachu, but he actually is the spot-on perfect choice for the role because of how sarcastic this Pikachu is as a character, and I really think that he brings the movie to another level. Alongside him, I think both Justice Smith and Katherine Newton both do a perfectly serviceable and in some scenes genuinely good job with the film. All of the special effects, the CGI, the Pokemon themselves, the world around them is all done beautifully. Like, this movie hinged on those characters and that world looking good, because if they didn't, it would ruin the entire aesthetic and the entire atmosphere of the film. But I have to give credit that this film does fully fit that. It looks gorgeous. When the movie first starts, you get some really scenic shots of just Pokemon being animals in the world, and as a Pokemon fan, it is a truly like mind-blowing experience seeing it, because it's not animated. This isn't like a fully animated film or episode of Pokemon the TV show or anything like that. These are real people walking around in the real wilderness, and we get camera shots as they pan and track through the woods, and we just see Pokemon being animals out in the wild. And then alongside the beautiful world and all of the great Pokemon who look scary or cute or cuddly or whichever, they're all over the place because they have all kinds of different Pokemon in the film, the music is also very good. It helps build that atmosphere even more because it does bring in some sort of classic Pokemon things from the past that we all remember if you're a fan. And honestly, a lot of this credit has to go to the director, Rob Letterman. This is an extremely difficult task to take up. This is a movie where we're not doing animation and live action together. These are supposed to be real creatures that are alive in this world. This isn't like Roger Rabbit. So the fact that he took on a Pokemon movie, which is a massive thing to be handed because people love this property so much, and the fact that he was able to do it so well is amazing because he was able to take these characters in this real world and put all of these CGI characters there. So there's a ton of CGI Pokemon throughout this film. In almost every single scene, you always have Pikachu there because he's like the main character of the film, but in the background there's just other Pokemon walking around and doing what they do because they're just living their Pokemon lives. And I think that the fact he was able to do that and not make the CGI look cheesy or bad, really. Sure, there's a couple parts where the acting alongside of a CGI companion is a little clear, but for the most part, it really works extremely well throughout the film. And then this movie is just really funny, which again, that's a lot of credit to Ryan Reynolds, I think, because if you put someone else in that role, it might not have worked as well. But the movie has a ton of really good little one-liners and quips and little sarcastic one-offs that Pikachu says. And I think that along with the situations that they place them in, help add a lot of comedy and levity to this movie that at sometimes is a rather serious story. But that leads me to my one issue with this film, and it's a pretty big one because it is the plot of the film. I really think that the story of this movie is extremely bland and standard and cookie cutter. Sure, there's maybe one or two twists here or there that are a little surprising, but for the most part, the movie is extremely predictable. They don't really take any crazy chances, and I understand why. They wanted to make a safe, family-friendly movie that people could go see and enjoy, and I think they definitely successfully did that. This is their first time in this. They're not going to jump into the deep end and do some super deep Pokemon tale. They got to keep it a little more surface level and much more digestible, and I think they succeeded in that, but I think by doing that, it really hurt the movie because it ended up giving me a really fun character in Pikachu, but a very bland and standard story to watch him in. I'm going to give Detective Pikachu a B. This is a very fun, family-friendly film. If you were a fan of Pokemon at all, definitely go watch this movie, because as the Pokemon fan in me was freaking out, I'm sure the Pokemon fan in you will be freaking out, because seeing this world with actual Pokemon just doing things is just like this mind-blowing experience to see it in a live-action setting, and it's really great. I do have my issues with the story, and I really do think that Ryan Reynolds is sort of the saving grace of this film. If he wasn't there and there was just another generic voice actor or someone less funny and charismatic in that role of Pikachu, this movie, for what it is now, probably would have been more like a C for me. But Ryan Reynolds is able to take it up that entire letter grade because he's so entertaining and so funny in the film. Well guys, as always, I'm Eric. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of Detective Pikachu, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews, and I hope to see you guys later.